First of all, I will show you how to create a user and how to reset the user password kind of stuff. This is only how to reset the user password part. Okay. Anyway, the screenshots are there, so I'm going to add those things. See, so to try that one, so I will try on a my virtual machine. What happened to the C3? Sorry. Yesterday I created the C3 machine, which is not having a C2, right? So our machine is C2. Let it work. Guys, look at here. One system, one Windows system. Okay. So you have a first user. So you created a when we are installing OS, automatically it asks you to create a local user. This local user is by default is an administrator. So this administrator has all rights. Okay, means highly privileged user. In olden days, people use an account called administrator account. Administrator. His name is administrator name is administrator. Even our PC is also having a built-in administrator is there. Okay. Built-in administrator is there. So now our system also having a administrator, but we are not using direct administrator as an administrator. We have a local user. So already with user we have a first user automatically is a administrator. And you can add more users to your PC. Okay. For example, I have a laptop or a desktop. For my usage, I use my first user. This is my own laptop. So then I am using with my user. In a same, in my home, my brother or a sister want to use my desktop or laptop. So what I will do, I will create another user. So with that user account, they can log in. So instead of giving my user account and password, I will give them another user amount. I will create another user account and I will tell them to access with their user account on. Usually, the second, third users are a standard users. Standard users. Okay. First user is automatically administrated, but at the time of installation of OS, you are created when you are given a local user account is a by default as an administrator. Okay. So you add a new user, he is a standard account. But you can change standard to admin account, but we are trying to keep the second users as a always in a standard mode only. Administrator has all rights, guys. They can go to any place in the system, any folder they can able to access. they can able to change the settings like a disk management or maybe application installations, uninstallations, okay, group local group policies, all these things they can able to do it because they have a rights. Standard accounts cannot have so many things. Standard account can able to log in, they can use a system, they can open application, they can use an application, but they cannot install or uninstall an application. They can't change the certain settings like a group policy settings or maybe a risk management settings. They cannot do. So this is the basic user account. Meanwhile, it is open. Yes. So this is a first account I created here, and he is a administrator of a. Okay, so how many users are there? So you want to know about how many users are there? Multiple ways you can go it. We can go to control panel. Earlier days, you manage the user management from the panel only, but now it is not. So you can see in a control panel, I select user accounts. Under user accounts, you can see this is my user, this user, the local account. Okay. If in Microsoft Windows 10, this is, you can also log in with a Microsoft account or a Office 365 account. Okay. Office 365 account or a Microsoft account like a live.com kind of stuff also you can log in. But my preference is don't do it guys, must have a local account. On top of local account, if you want, if it is your personal laptop, so you can use your Microsoft account, but must have a local account compulsory. So if there is a local account and there is an administrator, password protected. The user has a password. If you don't give a password for the user, so automatically no password. If you start showing this password. Okay, you want to change the account name, like you don't like this name, then you want to change the name. You can change it. You can change account type. You can change from administrator to standard. The standard is blurred. Why it is blurred? Because of there is no admin account active administrator account is not there. No other administrators, so compulsory it should be administrator. Administrators have a complete control over PC. They can change any settings and access all of the files and programs stored in a PC. Standard accounts can use most software and change system setting that does not affect other users or a security of this PC. So you cannot disable certain things which compromise the security. Other user account information also can't access. You can't create a new. You cannot change your account type because you have a only administrator account on this PC. You must make another user administrator before you can change your account. So I want to make it as a standard account. So I have to create a new account for that. Yes, Windows is a simple operating system. You have to go through once and then select options. So you go through and see and read it. Then we can able to. So you want to manage other account. Other accounts are not there. So then you can create a new account. But you have to go to the PC settings to add a new account in Windows 10. Change user account control settings. This is a UAC user account control kind of stuff. When you install an application, see there is a pop-up will come now. So are you sure to install this application? And click yes, no kind of stuff. So that is user account control kind of stuff. The severity is never notify, always notify kind of stuff. Manage your credentials, reset password, reset it is. What is this password reset is? So if you go to this option, first of all, you have to connect a USB pen drive and select this option. Then you have to follow the steps. So then a small file will be stored in your pen drive. If you forget your password, insert a pen drive and you can reset your password with that file. Manage your file encryption certificate, advanced user profile and settings. It is a local user. Change environmental variables. These are the here. You want to add a new account. So only one account is there. I want to add a new account. Add a new user in a PC settings. It will directly go to this settings window. Okay. So you can add someone else this PC. So click here and try to add a new. If you are connected to internet, so compulsory Microsoft thing is comes. I don't want to give Microsoft account, so just I don't have this person information. Click here. Either it asks like you create a Microsoft new account or maybe uh, without Microsoft account. So add a user without a Microsoft account. So you can give new user name, password, and re-enter the password. I will create it. I will come back to that settings again, but I want to show the information from control panel. Guys understand how to use the control panel user information part?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thing is now, here it is. User account information and settings. Go to control panel, user account. Simple control panel, user accounts. So this is about your user account, right? So you can easily go by one and you can see if in case you want to do. It is always best practice with the, it is always best practice with the virtual machine, guys. Next one, add new user. So for that one, you have to go, which place you have to go? Settings. In that one, account. So first of all, you have to go to, I'm not adding from here. So one way or two ways you have to add account. So the common way I'm trying to show. So go to accounts, family and others. Select family and others. Add someone else to this switch. There is a plus symbol. So if we click, then give the information. Click it. I do not have this person's sign in information. No, 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 no. So it is a settings, account, family and others. This is family and others. You have to select this one. Once you select, close them. So I don't want to connect with Microsoft. So then I have to select this option. Then next. So which one? So this one, right? This one. Then, so you want to add a second user with some other Microsoft account also, you can add it. Or you can create it, or you can use some Microsoft registered mobile number also, you can use it. But I'm purely using a local account. So my account name is C2 student one. So this account I'm giving C2 because my computer name is C2. So C2 student 2. If you want to give a password for it, you can give, otherwise not. I'm giving same password, admin 123. Admin 123. It is asking for some security questions. But you have to give proper answers, but I'm giving this instead. If you don't give, no problem at all. Because generally for standard accounts, secondary accounts, for one account, if you don't want much security for that one, so don't require a password. But if you have a multiple accounts, like a 3, 4 accounts are there, so each individual require a password, you can give a username. Okay, then this is optional passwords. Then you can go to the next. Then next. Any user account name as per your requirements, you can give. And this is my virtual machine. I don't need to give some very difficult password or a very uh, correct names and all, not required to give. Next, the account is now it is created. Is the account and local account it is. And it is not a administrator account. So you want to see here also you can see, but I will try to show you from the control panel. So I am going to manage other accounts. So it is showing a this local account. It is not showing, it is administrator. Okay. So for example, you go this one, change account type. So it is showing standard account. It is showing it is a standard account. So you can make it as an administrator also, but not required. So second users better to be there with the so this is C2. This is the line, just all the steps, standard account. And the difference between standard and administrator lines also there. So you can read it from here. Guys, understand how to create another account, secondary account. Remember the icons showing in this piece. Okay. How to reset the password kind of stuff that we will see. Uh, yeah, okay. So the next one is you add a new user is added. Okay. So here in my name it is C2 student, right? Now what we see, login with new user. So what to do? First of all, log out from current user because it is a Windows guys. Windows is single user multitasking. Only one user can log in at a time. So log out from current user and mm, select C2 student 2 account. Okay, then give password. So I'm logging out. How to log out? This is a sign out. Okay. Okay. So here you have to click and select this. Lock, change account settings. The second user is not showing here. It is showing here also. This is switch user. If you select here, meaning is switch user. Okay. This is logout from the current user. What is happening? Guys, which user means? Sorry, sign out. It is there now. Sign out means it closes everything, including background services. Everything, apps, services, background process, kind of stuff. And logout. Okay. Switch user means current user not actually logout. Current user not actually logout. Okay. Still run, it runs apps, services, process, everything. Okay. It not closes originally, but can work with other user, but not same time. Same time you cannot. So that is a sign out and logout. But I do sign out always, guys. It is always better to do sign out. To sign out, the what are the application I open there, services, everything is done. So I want to log in with a new user account, right? So then here it is. Just select this option. And this much is not required for you. Just I'm doing it. You know already. Just it is a very silly thing to teach this one. Just like a kiddish kind of stuff. So select this one. I'm giving a pass. I given password is admin@123. If you want to see once more, then you can click it. You can press. And of course, it will take a lot of time to log in for a first time, guys. So when you log in to the system for a first time, it take time. It take more time. So why it is taking more time? Because it has to prepare the background profile kind of stuff. So what is the background user documents, pictures, all this thing kind of stuff, it will be used. Now we have to log in, right? So where it is, student 2, lightning, natural, 1, 2, 3, 5. You can see in my PC also, this is C drive, right? C drive. Users, this is my username. You can see these are all my profile data. What are the data in my documents? Downloads, desktops, okay, these 3D objects, music, pictures, videos. This entire data, the original folder location is this one. This is the main location. So all my personal files, my documents, pictures, desktop data, desktop shortcuts, links, favorites, contacts, music, video, downloads, everything stores here. Okay, this is called a profile data. One user profile cannot be accessed by other user. One user profile cannot be accessed by other user. For example, this is the first user. So use this user profile data is cannot be accessed by this user. Both profile data are different. For example, one user is created something on the desktop. Second user desktop don't shows this data. Okay. So every user, their profile data will be created. Of course, depends upon their RAM capacity and there's the personal settings and all. This is a second user personal settings. I don't want all these things, so that's why I click new. No, it is open. Yeah, fast, very fast because it's a 4 GB RAM, so it came very fast, very good. And there is something, there is some zip file is here, and there is a notepad file. It is gone. Where it is gone? That is different user, student one. This is student two. So student two profile data is good. I want to open Lusrmgr.msc. It's throwing an error, guys. I do not have rights to local disk manager on this computer name. Why I'm getting this error? Yesterday it is working. Today, why it is showing this error now? Any guess?
Sir, it is not a local administrator, sir. It's a standard.
Very good, very good, very good. That's the point. So I log in with a standard account user, not an administrator account. So I cannot do certain settings. I cannot access uninstallation, installation kind of stuff. I can do. Very good. You understand that is a good thing. But I can open same disk n g mt dot same only run as a administrator. Okay, run as a administrator. But why it is asking whose password? Whose password? Which account it is?
Sir, it is a local administrator account, sir. It's
Local
Very
asking
good.
local admin
Very good.
password.
Very good. So you are a standard account user, but you want to run something as an administrator, you must know local administrator password. If you know it, you can run it. If you know, you can run it. If you don't know, just leave it. Now it is open. Okay. Even though you are a standard account, if you know the administrator, local administrator account, you can log, you can access. Okay, that is a good, guys, you understand. I successfully log in with the secondary account. Same example, I will try to show you. So second account, you log in. This much not required. I log in with the second. What is run as a administrator. So how to do run as administrator? Normally, you try to open this ng empty, anything you can open, then click on a run as administrator. Okay, so select run as a administrator. Normal means standard user cannot access settings, cannot access or do settings if user knows local administrator password. So that the user can access or do some settings by using run as administrator. Normally, if you open, throw an error. Guys, any issue is occurs. First of all, you have to read it, and then we can put a question. So why I'm getting this? Okay. So then what to do? That is a troubleshooting method. So do not say like, yes, sir, something has happened. We don't know. I didn't do anything. Okay. So don't say like that. It is something is not working. So we have to look at what is that error, what it is showing, what it is telling. So here, this user's password I have to get. What is this user account control? So whether user having a permission to do it or prevent action done by a user, also it will try. I'm giving a password, admin. You have to click yes. Now it is on. Open success. So first of all, this one is directly I open. So you don't have access. Then I try to open run as administrator. I know the administrator password. I give an administrator password here. Click yes. Then I can able to open. So this is run as administrator, local account, switch account, and that's that. Guys understand? Of course, you got understand. It's you got very sharp mind. It's a good thing. I'm signing out from the user two. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Guys, this is local user and group management MSc. So you try in your system. If it is throwing an error, no problem. Why? Because it does not work in a home editions. Don't work in a home editions. But what is your use of this Microsoft console? I'm going to first user. What is the use of this? You can add a user or you can add a group. You can add users and you can add a group source. We can add a user to a group. We can reset users' passwords. We can delete users and groups also. We can change user privileges by adding user to specific group. A specific group having certain permissions like that you can. You can enable or disable the user. Okay. You can enable or disable the user. So actually these things should be run with a run commands, but no problem. You can directly open. Okay, guys, this machine is a Windows 10 Pro. Because of it is Windows 10 Pro, I can open these things. Okay, Windows 10 Pro Enterprise, open this one. LSUSR, LUSR, MGMT.ms. Yeah, I'm my spelling. Usually I don't mind about this one. That's it. LUSR, MGR, not MGMT. LUSR, MGR, like a task manager type, manager, not management. See, this is the window. So I have a user. See, this is the administrator by default administrator. So 1 second, guys, it is. Magnifier. నేను ఇప్పుడు తాగాను కదండి ఇది and second, see this magnifier is required to change the zoom level. Now it is 100% normal window. Here you have to give a rating. So by default increment is 20%, 10% is also there, 10% you change. Okay. Smooth edges, just remove this one. If you can keep it in a normally for your system, but sometimes system becomes slower. It is there. Now you can see only 10% increases. So settings part completed. Now I can show you, try to show you this. This screen. So it is not much smoother. Why? Because if I remove the smooth part, okay, but it is become very slow. The smooth edges are there, but it is, I closed it accidentally. The system become that much slow. Slow, very slow, that slow. Settings, yes, settings. Better to remove this one. This good. Remove the settings. That is a machine. Not a magnifier setting. Users. You can see, guys, this is administrator. The down arrow mark, black down arrow mark represent disabled. Okay. This is guest is also a disabled. These are the built-in groups. Okay. Users group, administrators group. See, in administrators group, administrator and student one is there. That's a student one is a administrator. If I add a student two here, then student two also become an administrator. I can make a user to be a administrator. See this? I selected a student two. Okay, now automatically student two become a administrator. When I add a user to the administrator account, administrators group, automatically user is become an administrator. Okay. If I remove, so automatically is not a administrator. Or I add a user to a backup operators group or a guest group or a device owners group. So I can give certain rights to manage certain things, remote desktop users like that. Okay. So you can create a new user here. You can create a new user. We can change the user's password also. I'm creating a new user. C2 student 3. I'm on check selecting this. Just click on create. So do you want a screenshot to create a user? Is users, groups, administrator, or student 1, student 2. This is how window is shown. So I'm creating a user. There must be a shortcut for this one. Right. Later we can edit on these things. You have to select new user. Just I want to show close range, but it is not compromising anything. Okay. Add a student name. Password is your optional, and I unselected this part. Okay. Okay. This is how to create a. So once click on a create, close it, then user is created. I think some people are getting bored. Some people are seeing newly, right? So this is another way to create a user with this. If you are trying to open this and it is not working, meaning is what? Check your operating system is homemade. So, and also it is given how to change the user password. And here also the change of password is given. So already screenshots are there. So I want to give a password. So then I'm just showing reset this password, proceed, and they give the password here. Click OK. Even though you want to remove the password, the student to having password, set the password, proceed, and just click OK. Automatically, password will be removed. You want to give a password, you can give a password. You want to remove a password, just leave the empty boxes, and then you can automatically password will be. You want to delete an account also, you can delete an account also. You can delete an account. You can change the properties of a account also. You can add a user to a particular group also. Okay, you can add a user to a particular group. So that is what I'm trying to say. Okay, okay. So these are the things you can able to do with this part. Second, you want to change the password. Also, you can change it from settings. Okay, you can change it from these accounts also. So first of all, we'll go to the settings, family and others. See, other user also showing here. Even though I added from there, it is updated here. You want to change account type, also you can change the account type from standard to administrator. Okay, can change account type also. Standard to administrator. By looking at it, you are understand. By showing something, you can understand. You can able to tell also because now you told the answers very good. Okay, even though without seeing it, how to tell an answer? How to tell an answer without looking at the any screen? Okay, so you have to imagine and you have to close your eyes or maybe put a blank screen. Think about the step by step. Like for example, I ask how to change a account type. So it's a blank screen. Put a blank screen. So first of all, I have to go to settings, accounts, family and others. So check the user standard users are showing there. Click on the user, click on change account type, change account type from standard to administrator. Or you can go to the control panel and user accounts, change user account type. So try to change it from there. Or go to Lusrmgr.msc. So it is local users and groups. Go to users, click on the user, add a user to a group called administrators. So you may not see that one again. So I will show you. I want to make a user to be a administrator. Okay. So it is not showing. Generally, they can reset the pass. It is not showing. So then you have to go to properties, member of, add, advanced, find now, search administrators. So administrators, click OK. Automatically, this user account become administrator. Okay. If you really want to do, just apply OK. Then try from control panel. It is student 1. Manage other accounts. You can see student 2 also administrator. Because just now I make this one as administrator. You want to change it. You want to change this, not administrator. You want to change it to standard. Change account type. Change it to standard. So now it is standard. If it is administrator, it return administrator. If it is standard, it may not shows. It is a standard account. It is password. There is no password, so no password account. Guys, most of the thing you can learn and confidently you can learn by checking it, cross verifying it. Okay, so this is user management, somewhat user management part. Okay, I hope you got the point. Resetting user
Yes.
passwords, changing account types, and the difference between local administrator and local standard account,
Standard.
and how to access it. That's a good thing. Okay, take a break.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Come
sir.
back in at 12:15 is okay.
Okay, sir.